Hey friends, it is January 8th and we are on day 70 of our 90-day Mind and Body Reset Challenge. Congratulations. Day 70, that's another big one. I feel like we're just hitting milestone after milestone as we are in this home stretch of our 90-day challenge. And we've been through a lot. We've been through so many things where we've had to recommit, where maybe things haven't gone as well as we've been hoping, where we have to change our plans a little bit, where we have to kind of recalibrate, figure out if our goals were really true to us. And honestly, I am curious to hear your thoughts, but I feel like this New Year's, I am in a much better space than I typically am in New Year's. Even with all the crazy stuff that's going in the world, I feel like someone described, you can see the world as a friendly place or you can see it as an unfriendly place. And I'm in a space right now where I really feel like it's friendly. Like I feel like there's so much good, there are so many good people, and we can choose to look for that. We can choose to look at that. We can choose to recognize the friendly, the beauty above everything else, above the chaos, above the noise, above the less than friendly aspects. And for me, it really registers as tuning in. It feels like it's a tuning into that frequency of friendly, of optimism, of people who love. And it's really like a love frequency, a love vibration. There's optimism, there's hope, there is possibility, whereas the alternative is something less lovely. And I feel like, again, this year, because we started 60 days before the new year, I feel like we just were able to build such a foundation of like tuning into ourselves, tuning into our own desires, our own dreams, and just like fine tuning. And then with this new year, where that's typically a time where people reset and make new goals, I feel like I'm in a truly clean. I'm kind of like, I'm going a little bit off the cuff here as I usually do. But it feels like more like a pure space where there's real potential for growth from authenticity. It's not me making goals that are based on looking externally. It's me looking at what I truly want in my heart and looking to amplify me and my heart and my desires, which are, when I get to the core of me, there's so much love there, there's so much optimism, there's so much desire to see good in the world. And when I look to create goals from that place, it is much more calm, feels much more possible, as opposed to trying to fit into an externally driven plan that's based on someone else's ideas and someone else's authentic self or what someone else has suggested. Now this is coming from me. And it's really, I feel like it's because we spent those 60 days before the new year settling into this. So what do you do if you joined us later? Keep going. Like, go back to the videos and honestly start with day one and kind of go through, set your own 90-day intention with your own 90-day end goal, and you can just follow through. You know, we don't have videos every day, but you can use them to kind of create your own 90-day path, your own 90-day course, and just keep checking in. Watch the videos, you can comment. There are posts where there aren't videos. There might be shorts. This is all on the YouTube. Most things are in the 90-day playlist, so you should be able to find everything. So if you're just joining us and you want some of the same kind of vibe that I'm vibing, that would be my recommendation, would be to go back and start with day one. Start even before day one. We had some preparation videos to help you get clear on your why, on your goals, and then take them from there, because they will evolve over the 90 days. That's part of the process. Like, don't worry about it. Start with a plan. It does not have to be perfect, and just know that it will evolve, because over the 90 days, as you commit and recommit, you're going to get more clear on what is true for you, on what you truly desire. And you need to trust that process. Like, just trust in that 90-day unfolding, that 90-day revealing of self, that 90-day, working through resistance. Like, there were some people that were with us at the beginning that I'm not totally sure if they're still with us now, because they likely hit upon some resistance. But I'm trusting that they got what they needed out of this, and maybe they'll come back to this specific video and recommit. Because resistance is that's truly it's a guide for us. It's a guardrail. When we face resistance, so many of us choose that point of resistance to stop, because it's our body's method to keep us safe and keep us in the familiar and keep us in the known. And what we need to understand is that resistance is an amazing opportunity for growth, for allowing your authentic self to shine brighter. It's a space for claiming things that you've never claimed for yourself before. Maybe it's allowing your voice to be louder, your personality to shine brighter, to do the thing that you've been wanting to do, to write that book, to run that marathon, to talk to that person, to try that new recipe, whatever it is, that's on the other side of that resistance. So trust that resistance it can be a very good sign, and allow yourself to breathe into that resistance, because you'll know the difference between jumping off a cliff, fear resistance, versus that's scary public speaking, and I might get judged for it, resistance, something that's going to allow your soul to grow, versus something that might lead to your immediate death. You're going to know you're going to know the difference. You can feel it in your heart. And again, in this 90-day process, the more you keep coming back to yourself, the more you keep checking in, the more you keep kind of deciding what you want for you and committing to that and digging deeper. And there have been multiple times throughout this where I've challenged you to actually push harder than you've ever pushed before, where I want you to, if you haven't yet seen the results you're looking for, maybe it's time to turn up the dial on your actions. Maybe it's time to commit to something a tiny bit scarier, a tiny bit bigger. It's time to push those zones of resistance even more. Okay, how's that sound? So, I know for me, I feel like there's so much potential for this new year, and I want you to experience it too, especially because of so much that's going on in the world. I want you to experience a feeling of empowerment, a feeling of optimism, and feeling like you have the ability to make good change in the world, because I know if you're here, your heart is also a love-based heart. You're looking for good in this world. You're looking to be a helper. You're looking to experience more good, to create more good, to help connect with others so that they can as well. So let's make that our goal, to find the resistance, to push past it, to look for growth, look for more and more ways to let our true hearts shine in this new year. And what else? Keep kind of questioning, coming back to what else does your mind need? What else does your body need to thrive? Your body has all the answers you need. So keep checking in, keep asking, and keep, again, finding your growth edges and pushing in just the right ways. You should feel expansive as you do it. Again, might be a little bit of fear. There might be a little bit of butterflies in the stomach. That's okay. That's safe. And then go ahead and grow your edges, because who you are on the other side of that growth is the person that you want to be, that is fighting for you right now. They're fighting for you. They're yelling from the other side of that resistance, telling you to keep going, keep showing up, claim your desires, claim what your heart really wants, be authentically you, and never give up. So keep going. You've got this. We're at day 70. Think about, what would light you up today? What would light you up in the next few days? What would light you up for the next 20 days of this challenge? All right. How's that sound? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.